Hey, okay, this week I went down a rabbit hole on why we like the people we like, and I found something that flips the whole thing on its head. Spilling your coffee in front of someone can actually make them like you more. Not less, more. And this is the whole game, only if you were already good at what you do. So why would a clumsy little mistake make people warm up to you, when everything tells you to look flawless? Let's get into it, because the answer changes how you show up in every room. Start with the thing we all quietly believe. We think the path to being liked and respected is to be perfect. No mistakes, no cracks. Polished, competent, buttoned up. So we hide our flaws. We never admit we don't know something. We perform this flawless version of ourselves. And it makes sense, right? Show no weakness. Except it backfires. Here's why. A person who seems perfect isn't relatable, they're intimidating. When someone appears to have zero flaws, you don't feel close to them. You feel a kind of distance. A little wall. Because you know you have flaws, everyone does, so a person with none feels almost not human, hard to connect with. Hard to trust, even because where are they hiding the messy parts? Perfection reads as a performance, and some part of you knows it. Now here's where it gets good. There's a psychologist named Elliot Aronson, and he ran an experiment that nailed this exactly. People listened to a recording of someone taking a tough quiz. In one version, the person was clearly brilliant, answered almost everything right. Impressive. And then, at the very end, you hear this person clumsily spill a cup of coffee all over themselves. A little blunder. A human, embarrassing moment. And get this, that clumsy version of the smart person, people like them more than the same brilliant person who didn't spill anything. The mistake made them more appealing, not less. The coffee made them human, and the humanness made them likable. That's the effect in one image. They called it the pratfall effect. A pratfall is just a stumble, an embarrassing little slip, and when a capable person takes one, our affection for them goes up. Oh, but wait, it gets better, because there's a twist in that same experiment, and the twist is the whole point. They also tested it the other way. They had a person who performed badly on the quiz, mediocre, unimpressive, and then that person also spilled the coffee. Same blunder. Did people like them more? No, the opposite. When the mediocre person stumbled, people liked them less. The flaw didn't make them charming, it just made them more of a mess. You see what that means? The mistake itself isn't the magic. The magic is the contrast. A flaw only makes you more likable if it's sitting on top of real, established competence. The smart person spills coffee, and you think, oh good, they're human too. I love that. The struggling person spills coffee and you think, yeah, that tracks, same act. Completely opposite result. It all depends on what you've already shown. So the order matters enormously. Competence first, then the flaw. Get that backwards and it just reads as incompetence. Let me show you this out in the wild, because it's not just lab stuff. Think about the brilliant speaker who walks on stage, fumbles their opening line, laughs at themselves, and the whole room instantly relaxes and leans in. That little fumble bought them more warmth than a flawless intro ever could, because they're clearly sharp, so the stumble just makes them approachable. Or the job candidate who's obviously excellent, and then, when asked about a weakness, gives a real one. Not the fake I just worked too hard nonsense, an actual honest limitation. That honesty, coming from someone clearly capable, builds trust. It signals, I'm good, and I'm not hiding things from you. That combination is rare, and people feel it. Even brands do this. Years ago, the car rental company Avis ran a famous campaign. Their line was, "We're number 2, we try harder." They openly admitted they weren't the biggest. They weren't the leader, and people loved it. Admitting the flaw, "We're not number 1, made them more trustworthy, and it worked. Because a company confident enough to name its own weakness reads as honest, as real. That's the thread through all of it. A well-placed flaw, from someone who's clearly competent, signals security. It says, I'm good enough that I don't need to pretend. and that quiet confidence is magnetic. So what do you actually do with this? Starting tomorrow? Stop polishing yourself into something inhuman. If you're good at what you do, and you wouldn't be in the room if you weren't, you do not need to perform flawlessness. It's actually costing you. Let people see a small, genuine imperfection. Admit when you don't know something. Honestly, that's outside what I know well. Let me find out. Make the small, self-aware joke about your own quirk. Let the human moment happen instead of scrambling to hide it. Because here's the trade you're actually making. Every bit of effort you spend looking perfect, you're spending to build a wall between you and the people you want to connect with. The crack in the wall is the doorway. That's where trust walks in. But, and you knew there'd be a but, let's be careful, because this one's easy to get wrong in two ways. First, the competence really does have to be there, and it has to be visible first. If you haven't shown you're capable yet, leading with your flaws doesn't make you charming. It just makes you look like you can't do the job. So this isn't a license to be a mess and call it relatable. Earn the competence, read, then let the flaw show. Second, and this matters, it has to be real. The pratfall effect breaks the moment it feels calculated. If you fake a stumble, if you trot out a rehearsed cute flaw to seem humble, people smell it. And a manufactured weakness is worse than none, because now you look like someone performing authenticity, which is its own kind of dishonesty. The whole power of the thing comes from it being genuine. You're not engineering flaws, you're just stopping the exhausting work of hiding the ones you already have. And honestly, that's the part I find kind of freeing. You don't have to add anything. You just have to stop subtracting your humanity. The competent, slightly imperfect, honest version of you is more likable than the flawless mask you've been holding up, and it's a lot less tiring to be. So here's the reframe to walk away with. Being perfect doesn't make people trust you, it makes them keep their distance. The small flaw, the spilled coffee, the honest I don't know, the admitted weakness, that's not the thing undermining you. From someone who's clearly good, that's the exact thing that makes you human enough to love. Stop hiding the coffee stain. It might be the most likable thing about you. If you're into this kind of thing, me taking apart how people actually connect, hit subscribe. I pull apart a new one of these every week.